How we doing, YouTube? Stevie here. It is what is it? Still February 1st. I did a uploaded one last night. I'll put this one on in the morning, tomorrow morning. I just uploaded a video. I said I'm sitting there waiting for my trailer, so I'm not in a big rush. I got nothing else to do. I might as well do a couple videos, I guess. I hadn't been doing any for a while. I said the comment section kind of soured me a little bit, but I'll have to get past that, or not. But I try not to be a trucking snob, but every once in a while something will happen that just kind of makes you go, And yesterday, or not yesterday, was it last week? I can't remember one. It was either end of last week or first of this week. I'm standing down there waiting. One of the places where I pick up from, Berry Plastic, actually. They're very nice, but they got kind of a weird check-in system where they've got 2 lanes of trucks coming in and 2 lanes of trucks coming out, and 1 guard check. And the guard check does all of the bills. You don't go in the warehouse. They do it all at the guard check, which is really just as well, because then you don't have to go into 2 different places. But there's 2 lanes to go in and 2 lanes to go out. Now, I don't think there's a sign on the go outside that says that you use 2 lanes, but there's definitely a big sign where you come in that says please use both lanes. There's another sign on the window of the door where you walk into the guard shack, and it's big too. And it says in big letters, 1 driver at a time, and please have your driver's license ready. They scan it. They got a little scanner thing. I guess that way they don't have to ask you your name and all that stuff. And I think it's pretty much mandatory that they do it. Sometimes they don't scan mine, but I'm in there 3 or 4 times a week. But most of the time they do. There's a couple guys that sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But most everybody, when they check in, they do it. They want it. Even though, like I said, I'm there 3 or 4 times a week. I pull in there, and the trucks are not using both lanes. So they're kind of stacked out on the road. The whole point of this is am I being a trucking snob or not? I don't think I am. So, okay. So they're not using both lanes. So I pull up behind the truck that's the shortest line of the 2. Now you can only go, I get out of the truck. Actually, I don't get out of the truck till I get up in the front, towards the front. But they're not real clear about that. So, but I get up to the front, and I get out, and I'm standing there waiting to go in, waiting my turn. Because if there's 2 outbound trucks and another inbound truck, you're third in line. Because everyone's got to go through there, and they only let 1 in at a time. While I'm standing there, I see that before I get up there, I see that a guy didn't have his number right, which I don't get terribly upset about, because sometimes you just don't. Dispatcher send you the numbers and tell you that is the number you need, but in actuality, it's not the number you need. So I don't get too upset about that. I do get upset when they don't have their numbers wrote down on a piece of paper and they're scrolling through their phone trying to find them. It takes a lot of time and it frustrates me. So these guys are in front of me. I can see in the window. The one guy on the inbound side, he didn't bring his license in with him, So he had to go back out and get his license because he didn't read the sign. Two of the outbound trucks tried to cut. I had three different drivers tried to cut in front of me while I was standing there waiting to go in. Nobody had a pad of paper, and I'm watching. I can see in the window and the door. Now, one of those drivers had their own pin. I can see them, and they're looking on the counter for a pin, which sometimes there's one there and sometimes there's not because drivers steal them. So they're looking for a pin. They come out, or I'm watching as they're coming in and out. If I seen 5 different drivers, not including me, if I seen 5 different drivers, I was the only one that had regular pants on and boots. I was the only one. One of them had a pair of shorts and a t-shirt on. It was cold. Not cold, but it was in the 30s, maybe 40. He had on, I think they call them Crocs. He was so fat he didn't have ankles. He had on shorts that looked like they probably hadn't been washed in many weeks. He had a t-shirt that was just as dirty as his shorts were. And he was so big that his stomach tucked out from under the t-shirt. He was probably as good as the whole bunch of them, probably. The rest of them had on some form of a sweatpant. I call them sweatpants. I'm not sure what you call them. I just see a guy just walk by, just right in front of this truck, just now. Now, he's not our yard, though, so I'm not going to give him too much grief. But sweatpants and Crocs. But he had a bag on the back, like he was carrying. Maybe he's going to go take a shower, maybe. So, I mean, I don't get all wound up. If you're going walking across the parking lot, going into the truck stop, and you got your shower bag with you, you know, that's no big deal. But they're getting ready to go into a place of business. I mean, you know, like a shipper receiver. Nobody had on regular pants. Everyone had on some kind of, like I said, I call them sweatpants, whatever you call them. No shoes. Not one of those drivers had on a regular pair. Nobody had boots. None. Zero. And 4 of them had some kind of, I think they call them Crocs. And then one of them had, I don't know what they were. Some kind of, they look like house slippers like you used to wear when you was a little kid. I don't know if they were shoes or not. I'm not sure what you call them. Nobody had a tablet with their numbers on them. Best I could tell, no one had their own pen. Just ridiculous. That is the face of trucking. So you guys leave in the comment section what you think. Am I being a snob? Or it's not as bad as I think. Maybe I just had a bad cross section. So, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, that's okay too. And it's free to watch it, whether you do or don't. I'm not monetized with my 85 subs, and I thank every one of you, but 85 subs, I don't get it. So monetized. So if they play a commercial, YouTube's keeping it all. I don't get none of that. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think, and God bless. We'll talk again soon, guys.